Welcome to the AI Ireland podcast, your window into the world of AI innovation on the island of Ireland. Join us as we explore how AI is harnessed to tackle both business and societal challenges, revealing the cutting-edge solutions emerging from this vibrant AI community. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates and insights in the world of AI. Welcome to the AI Ireland podcast. Today we are thrilled to have Liam Cronin, CEO of RDI Hub, with us to discuss the 5th International John McCarthy AI Summer School. This year's theme is AI for Sport, and the event taking place on the 12th and 13th of September in Killorglin, County Kerry. It's also remote as well. We're going to explore how AI is transforming both athlete performance and the fan experience, and highlight some of the incredible lineup of international speakers from across the globe. Stay tuned as we're going to dive into the future of AI sports as well. And this is just a teaser for the event as well, which I am so excited about. Liam, thank you so much for joining us on this kind of mini episode.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to come on here and talk about the 5th International John McCarthy AI Summer School happening this week in Killorglin, County Kerry.
So Liam, CEO of RDI Hub, you've been on the podcast before sharing your insights about the John McCarthy Summer School, but for people that don't know, it's now in the 5th year. Can you share some of the history and significance behind this event, particularly its connection to John McCarthy and the RDI Hub?
When we opened the RDI Hub in January 2020, we called the RDI Hub the John McCarthy Building after the famous Stanford professor John McCarthy, who coined the phrase artificial intelligence and invented the Lisp programming language, because his father was born 5 miles from Killorglin in Cremon in County Kerry. So I suppose to honour John McCarthy, each year we decided to run the AI Summer School. We do it at the start of September, which is around the time of John McCarthy's birthday. On year one, back in 2020, we did it on, the thematic was on AI for sustainability. We were very focused on academic that year. The second year we did it on AI for wellness, because we were kind of in the middle of the pandemic at the time. And we brought a more applied element to the summer school in year two. In the third year, we did it on AI for tourism, how artificial intelligence could support the tourism industry in Kerry. Last year, we did it on AI for climate. And this year, because it's the year of the Olympics and the Paralympics, we thought it would be appropriate that this year's theme would be around AI for sport. So that's the background. It's been happening for the last 5 years. We generally have up to about 200 people register for the summer school each year. And it's a real mix of academic and applied speakers, national and international, male and female, over the 2 days.
And AI for sport is really exciting. Tell us a little bit about how AI is currently kind of shaping both athlete performance and the fan experience, and why these areas were particularly of excitement to you. And I know you're kind of building on the Olympics, the Paralympics. Tell us a little bit more.
Yeah, so you know me, Mark, I'm a big believer in the kind of power of three. So what we've done is we've kind of broken the summer school into kind of 3 parts this year. So day one, from reaching out to different people in AI for sports tech, we're focused on AI for the athletes. So we've got some really interesting people presenting on day one, like Patrick Lucy, who's the chief data scientist at Stats Perform. We've Mark Hill coming down from Dublin, who's the leader of product development at Kitman Labs. And Nancy Henley is joining in from the US. She's a founder, member, and advisory at Mercury 13. And then Kevin Farrar is kind of rounding out day one. He's the head of sports partnerships at IBM UK, talking about how AI is being implemented in Wimbledon. What we're also doing at the end of day one is we're having a panel discussion. Dr. Breda Dwyer from MTU is leading a panel discussion on how can data and AI overcome challenges in sports. And we're bringing in some famous Kerry sports people like the Clifford brothers, Paddy and David Clifford. We're now also bringing in Cian O'Neill, who just this weekend got promoted to the Kerry Senior Football coaching role next year. We have Shifra O'Shea and Liam Cronin from the senior ladies footballers who won the All-Ireland this year, and Jordan Lee, who's from the Paralympics team as well, will be attending. And then on day two, our focus is very much on AI for the spectator. What's the fan experience? And we're kicking off day two with Bjorn Rosenthal, who's the head of product at Bundesliga, and with Kieran Collins from Technological University Dublin. And then other speakers on the day will be Lucy Mills, founder and chief specialist catalyst at Ready Sports Global. And Rowan Malhotra is actually going to finish off day two talking about, trends and investment trends in AI. So So I think over the 2 days, there's going to be something there for everyone, whether it's AI for the athlete in day one, the panel discussion with some famous Kerry sports people at the end of day one, and then also, the AI for the spectator in day two. And then we're also going to be launching as well during the Summer School a new podcast where we're excited to announce the first of those podcast series, which is all about from the locker room to the boardroom, where we're doing an interview with David Clifford, Paddy Clifford, Darren O'Sullivan, Fionnuala O'Callaghan, Senior Operations Manager from the RDI Hub, and myself talking about, how lessons that are happening in the boardroom can be brought into the locker room as well, and vice versa.
There's so much to go at. So like we're 22 international speakers, all from kind of diverse regions. So you're covering US, UK, Europe, and you've kind of got these unique perspectives that are going to be covered across day one and day two. So day one is focused on AI for athletes. So you're going to be able to actually build on some of those Kerry athletes, and also kind of seeing how AI is probably going to help kind of shape some of the athletes' performance in the real world. So I'm guessing that's kind of like kind of injury prevention, performance optimization, or even kind of talent scoring.
Yeah,
talent scouting.
Talent scouting. Yeah, no, it's got all of that. It's got all of that. I mean, it certainly is about, monitoring the athlete's performance, watching their movement, see how they're moving, watching how many kilometers that they're running during a game, and being able to do that kind of analysis. We see that coming into sport now, into GA and soccer here in Ireland. But then it's also about injury prevention. We see lots of athletes, picking up injuries very, very easily. So, and a lot of it's to do with the loads, where they basically they've ran too much, or their muscles have been weakened from particular elements. So it's going to be really interesting to see that. I think what we're also going to see as well is, the difference between male and females in terms of the issues that can cause injury, or that can cause performance for male and female. Is going to be very, very different. And I know, that's something that, Nancy Hensley and Lucy Mills are going to cover really, really strongly over the 2 days, is the difference between male and female performance and stuff like that. So, yeah, no, it's going to be really interesting to see what kind of insights come out from all the talks from the national and international speakers.
Because particularly on a sports fan, you want to see the best players being available, and load can have such an impact. And then on day two, the focus shifts to AI for the spectator experience. So how AI can revolutionize the way the fans engage with sports, whether in stadiums or remotely. Now, unfortunately, my playing days are well gone. What are you most excited about in that regard?
Yeah, look, I think it's there's a serious amount of content out there now. So how can you get that across to the fan or the spectator in the right way? And I know Bjorn Rosenthal from Bundesliga is going to talk about how they're using the content and personalizing it using AI, and bringing some sentiment analysis to it. I'm really interested to hear. Jimmy Dial is going to be there from Clubber TV, and how they're live streaming matches now, club matches, but using AI to analyze the games. How many kickouts were won or lost, how many frees were scored, not scored, in matches, and bringing that kind of insight in there as well. And then even like we one guy talking about who's involved in ticketing, and how he can personalize the ticketing experience so that when you arrive at a stadium, they already know, what's your favorite drink, what's your favorite food, how do you want your favorite food prepared and delivered to you at the event and stuff like that. So how can AI help that whole personalized experience, so that you're not just turning up as 80,000 people to Croke Park, you're turning up with a very personalized experience, will be what we'll be covering on day two.
Brilliant. And then, from RDI Hub itself, which like a hub of innovation, how does an event like this contribute to RDI's Hub's mission of fostering technology innovation and collaboration, particularly in the intersection of AI and sports?
Yeah, like I suppose since we opened in January 2020, we've always been looking to position ourselves as an AI centre of excellence. And, I suppose the AI Summer School is one element of that. Over the last 12 months, we've done a lot of work in the AI space through AI upskilling. We run an AI masterclass the last Tuesday of each month. With the next one actually coming up the 24th of September, where we talk about, where we train SMEs and corporates and startups on AI. We're also doing quite a lot of work around AI strategy and how can companies get started. A lot of companies are struggling to see, where do I get started with AI, and getting examples of different tools and case studies that others are using and to bring it into your organization. So I suppose within the RDI Hub, our whole focus is on the training, the strategy, and helping companies and individuals on their AI journey to create new products and services that'll lead to technology jobs in the southwest of Ireland. And once we're doing that, the AI Summer School, I think, is a really good linkage in with that as well.
I think that's really good, because you're looking ahead and you're seeing, from an Irish perspective, is playing such an important part of a broader global conversation about AI and its implications. And then you kind of, in this case, I love the way you're bringing it into sports and beyond. And then on the podcast, there are so many lessons from the boardroom, the sports field, vice versa, and actually bringing them through. So I'm really, really looking forward to the episodes that come into that. And we'll make sure on the show notes to put links to them so people can actually follow up on it, and also on the master classes so people can actually stay up to speed. But for now, people need to grab a ticket at either going down in person or virtually, just to sign up as well, which we're making sure to post and celebrate this coming up. And it's a wonderful initiative. And I'm just so impressed with the level of speakers that you've actually gone through in itself. There's going to be so much content. Liam, am I right in saying it's going to be recorded, that people will be able to kind of catch up and get it on demand later?
Yeah, so it's a hybrid event like all the events in the RDI Hub. So if people can't attend in person, they can join using Microsoft Teams, and we'll record all of them and make them available later. And look, just to finish up, I would be remiss of me not to thank our sponsors and everyone who kind of helps to bring the AI Summer School together. So again, thanks to AI Ireland, who've been a sponsor with us since day one, to Microsoft, to Munster Technological University, to the Adapt Research Centre and Trinity College Dublin. And this year, we've added some new partners like SkillNet Innovation Exchange, RedShare Recruitment, Connected Hubs are involved through the Western Development Commission, and South Kerry SkillNet as well. So all of these people make a really great effort to bring the AI Summer School together. And going back to what you said there about the podcast, it's great just to listen to how connected sports and business are. When we talk about resilience in sports, you also need resilience in business. When you talk about metrics in sports, you also need metrics in business. There's so many similarities. And thanks to RedShare Recruitment for helping bring that podcast series together, from the locker room to the boardroom. So yeah, thanks, Mark, and really looking forward to having a great summer school this Thursday and Friday, and hearing some great insights from national and international speakers on how artificial intelligence is changing the sports world.
You've been listening to AI Ireland podcast, and I've been speaking to Liam Cronin, CEO of RDI Hub. We've been discussing the 5th International John McCarthy AI Summer School. This year's theme is AI for Sport, and we're really looking forward to it. And it takes place on the 12th and 13th of September in Killorglin, County Kerry. It is a hybrid event, so please make sure and sign up for that. Liam, thank you very much for your time today.
Thanks a million, Mark. Really appreciate your support.
On the 26th of November, join us for the 6th Annual AI Awards at the Marco Hotel in Dublin. This year's event promises to be our largest and most impressive yet, with over 300 community members in attendance and over 48 applications of AI in action. This truly is an incredible world-class event, and we are inviting you to this event. Experience the excitement live, because we're going to be capturing this with a world-class film crew, and it's going to be streamed online. However, if you want to join us in person, book your table now, because opportunities are limited. If you're interested in sponsoring this year's awards, please contact me at Mark@AI Awards for more information and see the best in class of AI applications on the island of Ireland.